Welcome back to another episode of the All Out Sports Podcast. I'm joined with Frank the Tank. Frank, say what's up.
What's up, everybody?
Frank's fighting through it right now. He's sick. Both our hairs are crazy. We're rocking Hood Up Gang. Say what's up for Hood Up Gang. You know what it is.
What up, gang?
Let's go. We're into it. We're gonna get into it. It's gonna be a quick episode. Week 11 predictions. We're gonna start it off Thursday night football. We have the Titans at the Packers. Frank, what are your thoughts on this? I know you have some interesting thoughts on the Packers.
After last week, I felt like I saw like a whole different Packers team.
Mm,
They ran the ball effectively, like we've been saying, opened up the passing game,
yep,
and had a high scoring game with the Cowboys.
yep.
And does Tennessee have Tannehill back this week?
Believe so. Yes,
I don't know.
very sure about that. Actually, I'm pretty sure.
I'm I'm leaning towards the Packers after last week, but Tennessee is not a team to sleep on right now.
Yeah, I agree. I knew we did some hating on the Titans earlier in the season. I think they were just working out some kinks. And everybody thinks of this team as an offensive team. It's not. This team is a defensive team. I think they have a top 5 defense in the NFL. I We can go into it more in depth at a later time, but man, I think those that Titans defense is really scary and can win them close games, and it has been the last couple of weeks. They're riding this 5-game win streak, something like that. So
hmm
yeah, their defense has been stellar. So I'm gonna rock with the Titans.
I'm going with the Packers. I think this is where the Packers turn their season around. Like I said in the
Is
last
it too
weeks,
late though?
it might be, but
Okay.
like I said for the Raiders, you might turn it
Mm,
around, but it might not make the playoffs.
okay, so you're rocking the Packers, the
I got the
Pack
Packers
in
tonight.
Lambeau. So yeah, 12 o'clock. We got the Chicago Bears at the Atlanta Falcons. You want to start, or do you want me to start?
Um, you can start. You can start.
Okay, Let give me first off. I'm going the Bears, bro. Come on, give me the Bears. But number one rushing offense in the NFL, not debatable. Khalil Herbert does go down, but we're just see more of Montgomery, which will be fine. So. Justin Fields is blossoming before our eyes. The only thing that scares me about this Bears team is the defense. Granted, we're spending the least amount of money on our offense and the second least amount on our defense in the NFL. So Matt Eberflus has kept us in every game, which just shows he's how great of a coach he is. I love our new coaching staff. Love the new front office. I'll give Atlanta its flowers. They've been doing better than thought. They're starting to get healthy again, so we'll see if they can get some wins together. But I'm rocking with the Bears.
I'm going with the Bears as well. After what?
Mm,
Listen, I know it was a rainy game, so I can't really fault the Falcons passing in that
yeah.
game. But the Falcons have been in a lot of games that they shouldn't have been in. But the Bears have been scoring 30 in a lot of games they shouldn't have been in.
Mm,
They just lost to the Lions by, you said it was what, like extra point or
we
something like
missed an
that?
extra point. Yeah,
Just extra point. You competed with the Dolphins, who have one of the best offenses in football, and then the Cowboys game where it was
we
just
just
back and
couldn't
forth.
stop anything.
Yeah.
But our offense kept up against one of the best defenses in football.
So I don't think Atlanta has a good defense. I think Atlanta has a all right offense, but I just think you guys
I'll
are
give
gonna.
I'll give I'll give Atlanta credit. They've had I do think their defense has been the more consistent of the two sides of the ball, but it's not like amazing. But I'll give them credit. They've played a lot better than expected. So,
I'm gonna pick the Bears.
but I'm going Bears still. Yeah. Next 12 o'clock game, we got the Panthers at the Ravens. We'll keep this one quick.
Ravens.
Ravens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much to say there. So yeah, we'll rock with the Ravens. Next up, I feel like this one's kind of an interesting one. It's a big game, I think. The Browns at the Bills. We got, you've probably seen in the news if you're watching this video, you've probably seen it's probably 4 to 6 inches of snow, 30-mile-an-hour winds. This might be the perfect game for the Browns to win. What are your thoughts?
So in last week's video, I said I don't care how healthy Josh Allen is, you shouldn't play him with that injury.
Mm,
And he played and looked terrible, but he turned the ball over, put himself in injury way again. He hurt himself trying to make a tackle. This is the game where it benefits you most if you're a Bills fan because you
Hmm.
don't have to throw the ball 100 times. You're literally
I
forced
think
to run it.
that benefits the
No, I know
Browns.
it
Though.
benefits
Yeah.
the Browns, but I'm saying for Josh Allen's health,
Yeah. Fair
you're
enough.
not forcing him to throw the ball anymore. You pretty much have to run the ball.
I mean, they probably want to run the ball with him. Though is the problem.
Yeah, so I'm honestly leaning Browns just because I think they're built for this kind of game.
Yep. And
But
it might get moved. You never know. It might
yeah,
get moved to a
I'm
neutral
leaning
location.
towards the Browns. If it stays Sunday and they're playing in that blizzard, I'm gonna go Browns.
Um. Yeah, I feel like it definitely evens the playing field for the Browns. I'm still gonna rock with the Bills because I do think the Bills have a better defense. I think their run defense is really good. So I'm gonna go Bills, though I think it's gonna be close. Next up, jeez, we got the Commanders at the Texans.
I'm picking Commanders. They've been
I'm
hot.
going Commanders. Yeah, one of the more hot teams. I think if Dallas doesn't figure out their act soon, they might have a Washington knocking on their door. So I'm gonna roll with the hot hand. I'm gonna go Commanders as well. Next up, the Eagles after their first loss at the Indianapolis Colts after a big win for them. Who you going?
I'm gonna go Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles. I think they'll bounce back.
I disrespected the Colts a lot last week
Mm,
under Jeff Saturday. I said they're
they
not gonna
took that
win.
shit. They should took that shit
Yeah,
personally. I mean,
I
they
think the
played
I
the
think
worst. They played one of the worst teams in
I think
football,
the
if not the
Raiders just suck
worst
that
team in
bad.
football. I do. We can get more into them later, but
Yeah,
I think they're
I-
the worst team in football.
I'm going Eagles.
Yeah, cool. I'm going Eagles as well. Next up, big game, big divisional game. The Jets at New England in Foxborough. That one's an interesting one. Mm-mm. You got anything, Frank?
I want to pick the Jets, and I really want to, but New England kind of stomped them out last time
Yep.
on
And it's
some
in Foxborough.
on some boneheaded Zach Wilson plays. I just think as long as he
Yep.
plays smart, they can get away with a win. They have really good defense. New England's kind of been up and down this year. New England's kind of fallen off since that Packers game. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm
Um,
gonna go Jets.
yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm leaning Pats. It's hard to win in Foxborough, regardless of the team. New England puts on the field. Just a tough environment. Patriots look like they kind of had the Jets number. Bill Belichick loves to pick on young quarterbacks, so I'm gonna go Pats. Next up, we got. Ooh, this is a big game for the Rams. We got the Rams at the Saints. Can our Rams get back on track? Can they, Frank? Mm-mm. Nope.
No.
Nope.
You just lost Cooper Cup.
Mm.
That was your offense.
Mm.
You have no run game.
Mm.
I don't know if Stafford is playing this week because of the injury stuff, but
Yeah.
the Saints, they just lost to Pittsburgh, which is bad.
Yeah.
If you lose to the Saints, you're a bad football team, like bad this year. So
Yeah.
I'm, although their defense, I don't hate it. I still think it's one of the better defenses, even though they have a lot of losses. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Mm.
Maybe I'm just picking it against the
Okay.
Rams, but I'm
Yeah,
going
that's
with the
how
Saints.
I know we've been on the Rams our ass train, but man, I gotta go Rams, bro. They're not the Saints can't move the
I
ball on
just
that
don't see.
defense, bro.
Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, but without Cooper Cup,
And
I don't know how.
The Saints, dude, the Raiders suck. The Saints 24-0 the Raiders. I'll get to them later.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just looking at their schedule. But yeah, I, I just don't see a way they move the ball against the Rams offense. I don't think, or against the Rams defense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Rams offense will have to do much, but they'll get enough done. So I'm gonna go Rams. Bounce back.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I think losing Cooper Cup is gonna put that team in shambles. I don't know.
I do too on the offensive side. I just think
Yeah,
that defense is too good. They're gonna force
I think
turnovers.
it's gonna be a messy game, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Not. It's gonna be who wants to give the other team the win, which offense does. Okay, next up, last 12 o'clock game. We got the 3-6 Lions at Frank's New York Giants. We'll let you go, Frank. Go ahead.
Lions are on a 2-game win streak. Um, I mean, I'd be lying if I was saying I wasn't worried about this game
Mm,
because they have a good offense. It's not like they have a bad offense. But it's their defense, and that's what makes me a little excited. They think they're 31st against the run,
yeah.
and Saquon's ran for 152 and a touchdown
I
on
mean, to
the.
be fair, they did just play the Bears. Mm.
I'm gonna say
Gotta tank those stats. Sorry.
I'm picking, and they're really bad against the pass too.
Yeah, they're just not good at defense at all.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick the Giants to win, but I
Mm,
wouldn't be surprised if the Lions come in
mm,
and make us fight for a win.
fight type shit.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna go Giants too. At home, the Giants are much better at home. Every time I watched them, it seems like there's a big difference when they're at home and when they're away. So give me that home field advantage. I'm going Giants. 8-2. Who would have thought it? 3 o'clock game. We have the shit bowl. Who the fuck cares? The Raiders at the Broncos. I'm gonna go Broncos. The Raiders are the worst team in football. That's my hot take. They're fucking atrocious.
who would have thought getting the best receiver in football makes you the worst team in football?
You know what makes you the worst team in football? They fire a coach who really led them back to a winning record. An interim coach. They should have kept Rich Pisaccia instead of bum ass Josh McDaniel. Dude, he's the worst. He might be he's the worst coach in football. He's the worst coach in football. How do you squander so much talent? How is that
I'm
possible?
I'm going with
Derek
the
Carr,
Broncos real quick. Just saying that, getting
yeah,
it
I'm
out
going
the way.
Broncos too, but dude, Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, Max Crosby's like, dude, squandering talent. Hunter Renfro, Darren Waller, dude,
I'll
dude,
say this
this.
from them last year when they beat the Chargers in that last game to make the
Mhm.
playoffs.
That was a team, bro.
That defense played really good.
Yeah.
And at the start of that year, I always said, I don't know a damn person on that defense. They're the worst defense in football. They ended up making the postseason. And I was like, okay. And when we came to this year and I made my predictions, I was like, okay, they'll be pretty good. No, what the fuck? What is going on?
This is I had them last in the division.
I think I had them
I didn't
last,
think
but
I didn't think they'd be the worst team in football. This is
yeah.
the worst team in football. And you know what it comes down to? Coaching. Josh McDaniels has done this before. You know who he did it for? The team he's playing. Fucking Broncos. They'll tell you exactly what happened. This is the battle of the worst coaches in the NFL. And both management staffs had said they're not firing these guys too. I know what's his face. What's the owner for the fucking Raiders? Mark Davis said came out. He was like, "Yeah, we love Josh McDaniels. He's doing a
Mm-hmm.
great job." No, he's not. Remember what he did with the Colts, where he took the job and he's just no. Fuck Josh McDaniels. He's a shit coach. Next game, we're gonna get to a better game. We're both going Broncos, but next 3 o'clock game, we got the Cowboys at the Vikings. Are the Vikings the most fraudulent team right now, Frank?
You said it's in Minnesota. I
In
mean, I guess it
Minnesota.
wouldn't really matter. They're both in a dome,
Yeah.
but
Are the Vikings fraudulent, Frank? I would argue yes. Quite
yes,
fraudulent.
yeah, yes and
Shouldn't
no.
shouldn't have beat the Bills. I'm gonna be honest. The Commanders should have beat them. Arizona was with them by whatever. They played Miami without Tua. Should have lost to the Bears. Only beat the Saints by 3. Only beat the Lions by 4. Got smoked by the Eagles. The only impressive win they've had all year, the Packers. And
I'm gonna
they're
wrap that
not
around.
good.
I'm gonna wrap that around to my division, the Philadelphia Eagles,
Yeah, I
who have
don't
just
think
take who
the
have just
Chiefs are the
taken
best
their
team in
first
football.
loss.
So
I
the Chiefs
think
Chiefs got the cakewalk to the Super Bowl.
who was playing? It's the Vikings and Cowboys.
Cowboys. I'm going boys, but
I feel like the Cowboys are gonna win this, but every time I say something against the Vikings win it.
mm,
So I don't know. I feel like after last week, you lose to Lambeau, you lose in Lambeau at overtime, and really a game you kind of should have won if you're Dallas.
Yeah, you should have won that
Uh,
easily.
Minnesota kind of got away with one in Buffalo.
Another bad coach, Mike McCarthy.
So
First time Mike
hmm,
McCarthy's ever helped Aaron Rodgers.
it's kind of a tough because I feel like if Dallas went, it's going to be a blowout, like the Philly game. But if
Mm,
Minnesota wins, it's going to be a close game.
yeah.
I'm
Um,
gonna pick. I'm picking Minnesota. I feel like they're gonna do what they do and somehow win the game. But
yeah, I'm going
I
Dallas,
wouldn't
bro.
be surprised if Dallas blows them out.
Give me Dallas, bro. Next up, last 3 o'clock game. The Bengals at the Steelers. Steel City.
Bengals.
I'm gonna go Bengals too. Although we say the Steelers are one of the worst teams, they're 3-6, which is kind of impressive. But still, then we're headed to Sunday Night Football. We got a flex game, first flex game of the year. We got the Chiefs at the Chargers. Good flex game. What you got?
Um, Chiefs.
Are the Chiefs the best team in football?
Yeah. Now
Agreed.
record doesn't say it, but their
It don't
competition
matter.
says it.
Yeah, they play real teams.
I think their worst matchup they've had was that Titans game, and even
Hmm.
the Titans looked really good.
Yeah,
So other than their offense looked like shit, but their defense looked
yeah.
good. But
I would argue
I'm
motherfuckers always hate on the Chiefs defense. I'd argue it's top 10.
gonna say this about the Chargers. Don't know what receivers are playing in that game. Don't know if it's Keenan Allen. Don't know if it's Mike Williams. Don't know if
I
it's
don't
Josh
think that.
Palmer. Don't know if it's
I
Andre
think I
Carter.
think both Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are practicing, but I don't
Okay,
know if they're playing.
but I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs. Like I said, I think they have a top 10 defense. People hate. They're like, oh, they don't have a defense. Yeah, they do. Uh, the Chiefs defense shows up when it matters. That's all that matters. They've won the Chiefs a couple games this year. Titans game, just to name one. So yeah, I'm going the Chiefs. And then the final game of the week, Monday night, we got the Niners and the Cardinals. Pretty big game. Pretty important
I'm
one.
going Niners.
Going Niners. I'm also going Niners. Or they're gonna keep rolling. So yeah. Well, Frank, do you got any final words?
No, but I'm gonna text the group chat to give me their primetime picks.
Initiative. Okay. Well, we're gonna end it off there. Check out the social media. We got Twitter. I almost said Snapchat. We don't have a Snapchat, but Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe, comment, like. Check out the other videos. Check out the X and O series, Frank and Max. You know what it is. Check out the power rankings. It will be coming out in a week here, so get excited. We're getting kind of close to the end of the season, getting close to playoffs. Teams are starting to settle in, so we're having fun predicting these games. Keep watching them. So we'll catch y'all later. Peace.